What's happening, Hoodlum Gang? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Hoodie from the Hood, aka your friend from that big O N, and I'm back at y'all with another video. Before we get started, if you happen to be new to the channel and want to become a member of the Hoodlum Gang, all you gotta do, hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave me a comment, share the video, tell a friend to tell a friend, hit that notification bell, and go on over to IG and follow me at Hoodie from the Hood. Now look. Story time. This is the story I told y'all I was going to give y'all the other day. Y'all already know how I feel about doing the stories. Like I said, man, a lot of them I don't even be remembering. But when people bring it to my attention and it come back to me, people will be like, oh, you need to tell this story on your channel. Cool. Got one for y'all. All right, now this took place back in 2004, and it was in an area called Oak Park. If you're from San Diego, you know what Oak Park is. It's like right after Famar, like going towards East San Diego. It's technically East San Diego, but a lot of people consider it Southeast for whatever reason. Right off 54th Street is where we used to hang at. By this time, I didn't live over there no more. I was already living in Emerald Hills, but I still congregated over there, as well as the hood. It'd be back and forth. So I remember, well, first of all, this story was told to me by the homie G Dave. Like I said, I didn't remember the story until he told me, and I'm like, oh yeah, I do remember that. He was chopping it up, and he had let me know, like, yeah, man, you should tell that story. So I know you're gonna see this, and whatever I get wrong, you can correct me in the comments. But let's go back to when I met G Dave. I was standing on 54th with the homie Jose from Vadio Oak Park Locos, and it was a Saturday, and we was doing what we do. We stand out there and we try to get somebody to buy us some type of alcohol at the liquor store right there on 54th and Redwood. So we standing there, and I see this dude walking up. Not even walking up, he was on a scooter. I take that back. And I remember he had the white beater on, he had the tan khakis on with the navy blue nylon Cortez. And he had two ponytails in his hair, and he had a beard. This nigga already had a beard. This is why I thought he was older. So he walk up, well, he scoot up, and he do a little head nod. I do a head nod. I'm like, what's up? I'm like, hey, homie, can you buy us a 40 ounce from the store? And he like, shit, I'm only 17. I'm like, what? Hey, I thought this dude was like 25, homie. And we ended up chopping it up. He said he was from East Dago Mob. At this time, this might have been like the third homie I met from East Dago Mob. I want to say Budalo was number one, because he used to be in Oak Park. Then there was my nigga Buciano, who I interviewed on the channel. Go ahead and check that interview out. Then it was G Dave, who was dirty at the time. So I'm like, all right, for sure. Introduce myself, let them know where I'm from. It's all good. And he had just moved into the apartment right there where another dude had lived that we used to hang out with. He moved into the same apartment. So I'm like, where you stay? He like, I stay right here in these apartments, in apartment whoop-de-whoop. I'm like, oh, for sure, homie. So we all end up standing out there and having a smoker, because it used to be like this little, it probably still is, it used to be like this little home right there where it had like people that was kind of crazy, but they was on drugs. I guess it was a sober living, I don't know. So we ended up having them get this shit for us, and then we ended up leaving. But now I got his number and I know where he stayed. So shortly after that, we began to hang out with G Dave, or Dirty at the time, and develop a relationship with him. Now, he brought another dude along named Donnie. Donnie was like a short dude, dark skin. I don't know if the nigga had a Jerry curl or an S curl or whatever. But that was his childhood homie. Right off the bat, look, off the bat, the free 4 extras. I wasn't really feeling old boy, the Donnie dude. Like, Dirty was cool, but it was like this dude was like a tag along. You know what I mean? And he'd get faded, he'd get sloppy drunk, and he'd start talking reckless. Not necessarily to me, but he'd be talking reckless to the homie. And I guess just based on they had went so far back, and G Dave just basically just be like, man, he faded. Like, I ain't paying attention to that nigga. And I used to just be like, bro, he talking crazy though. Like, he get faded, he act like you owe him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, he just seemed entitled. And the homie would kind of like go for it. You know what I mean? Not on no Mark shit, because he could whoop his ass. It's just like, man, that's the homie. He faded. I know this nigga. I've been dealing with this nigga. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, man, that ain't cool. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie, it was in the homie ear, you know. And I think the day before the actual incident happened, he had got into it with the homie over something. I can't really remember. And you know, he got to popping off at the mouth, and the homie didn't, you know, he stalled him out. And I told him, like, hey, this is after Weird Cuz left. I told him, hey, next time he do that, fire that nigga shit up. He like, man, nah, he don't mean no harm, whatever. I'm like, man, but I don't know. It seemed like once this nigga let him slide, he just kept going further and further with the disrespect. You know what I mean? Now he referring to you as B words when he get faded. You know what I mean? And the homie was just kind of brushing it off. So then the next day, or maybe the day after that, we chilling again. And like I said, I don't like this dude, homie. I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying to respect their childhood friendship and all that. And he did it again. He started getting faded, started getting drunk, started popping it towards the homie. Like he had some type of hidden agenda towards the homie who did nothing but try to help you. You know, if you was hungry, he'd make sure you ate. He was making sure he kept me off your ass. You know what I mean? And he started doing it. I was just like, man, fuck that, Dirty. Get on this nigga. Fuck this nigga. He's a bit. Like I said, I'm trying to chill out on the cussing. My bad. So he ain't trying to get on him. You know what I mean? Like he getting at him though, like telling him he need to chill out, but he not really trying to get on him. And I'm just sitting there and I'm watching him go back and forth, and this dude is still getting more and more disrespectful. He's disrespected at the fact that the homie is telling him to stop being disrespectful. Like, I don't know what the dude just had entitlement issues, you know what I mean? And I guess he was trying to claim East Dago Mob too. I don't know, but I just didn't see it in him. He was a straight mark. So I tell the homie, fire on that nigga. He like, nah, he don't want to do it. And old boy is kind of antagonizing him, like, yeah, like, do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he don't think he gonna do it. They, like I said, they've been knowing each other for years. They like this. So I guess he feel like I've been getting away with this before this dude came into the picture. Like, fire on me. So the homie fire on him. But you could tell he don't really want to fire on him. Like, he hit him, but it was like, come on. And I'm like, fire on that nigga. Hit that nigga harder. Hey, look. Hey, man, one thing I don't want to do is get on this internet and make it seem like I was just the most line pressing nigga. You know what I mean? But at the same time, busterism and just not going by the rules is not cool with me. You know what I mean? But I was pressing the issue on this because I just felt like old boy was a leech. He was a tag along. He wasn't, you know what I mean? So I'm telling the homie, get on him. And he ain't really getting on him like that. Like, he hitting him, and old boy just kind of eating him because he ain't really trying to, you know what I mean? So finally I get tired of it and I jump in. And obviously, like I said, I didn't like the dude, so I didn't really show no mercy. And I hit him a couple times. I can't remember if he fell, if he dropped. Like I said, you'll have to let me know in the comments. I know you're gonna see this, so I don't want to just say that and that didn't happen. But I do remember old boy eyes getting big once he seen I was in it, and I think I did drop him. He hopped up and he got on, took off running, full speed. I don't remember if I tried to chase him or not. I probably did back then. He was fast. He got on. And we ain't never seen that dude again. And this was brought up because I was chopping it up with the homie. And he was like, you remember Donnie? And I'm like, hold on, who? And he had to explain. Because it was like, it didn't last that long. This dude was coming around for about probably no longer than 2 weeks. And I had already sniffed out his weaknesses. And I'm like, man, cuz, you know what I mean? So, once me and the homie had got on him, he never returned, homie. And that was in 2004. Me and the homie just had this conversation last year in 2023, like towards the end. And I asked him, I was like, hey, you ain't, whatever happened, old boy? He was like, I don't know, I ain't seen him since that day. I'm like, damn, you ain't seen that nigga since we socked on him in 2004? Like, come on, homie. But that's what it be out here. It's a lot of little incidences like that happen where people don't make the cut, or where some people, they just for some reason get done dirty. They might keep coming back and they might keep getting punched on, and finally they get tired of it. But when you really think about it, you be like, homie, y'all didn't have to keep on punching on him. Like, he, you know what I mean? Some people have a breaking point where they just feel like, well, these niggas don't like me, or, you know what I mean? I'm cool. And then either they go straight, or they end up being from an enemy hood, and then they got some hatred towards y'all. Or sometimes these niggas still claim the hood and just don't come back around. And this is how you end up seeing niggas years later in the pen, and they still be banging, and you be like, where you been at? You know what I mean? But that's just us being young, bored, having some built up aggression for whatever reason, and we looking for a reason. You know what I mean? And that was really no different with old boy. Like I said, Dirty, or G-Dave, was cool from the beginning. That was my partner. You know, we clicked automatically. Once he started bringing this weirdo around, and I just seen like he can't handle his alcohol. He get drunk every time. Within this 2-week span, it couldn't have been no longer than that. And every time he just like directed his energy towards the homie, like he had some type of hidden agenda towards cuz. And I just peeped it even back then, at 16 years old. Man, this nigga's a buster. Like, we got to get rid of him. And the homie was trying to hold on to them, they past and they old school friendship or whatever the case. But nah, man, we got to get him up out of here, man. He didn't make the cut, obviously. Like I said, that was in 2004. We in 2024. We don't know what happened to that dude. But anyways, man, that was just a quick little story today that I wanted to give y'all. Yeah, man, if something else come to mind, I'll probably give y'all another one, just based on I need to do a live, man. I ain't really been going live and functioning with y'all, man. That's my fault. I apologize for that. But yeah, stay tuned. You might get a live later on. But until then, man, you already know who I am, your friend from that big O N. Let me know what you think about the story in the comments. Have you ever been through something like that? If you was out here in the streets, you for sure been through a story like that, where somebody didn't make the cut, or got socked on and didn't come back, or ended up being from somewhere else and probably gave y'all problems. So let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I'm out.